It's not hard to see why the town of El Bolsón draws so many hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. Cozily situated in between two mountain ranges, the town is surrounded by waterfalls, ridges, forests, unusual rock formations, and mountain peaks waiting to be explored. That's why in today's video, we're going to show you a few different hikes you can tackle if you visit El Bolsón in Patagonia, Argentina. Oh, hello, puppers. Puppers, today we are going on a hike. Would you like to join us? Or are you going somewhere else today?
Another day in El Bolsón, another hike.
Another hike! We are going to Mirador Azul, which from the center of town, according to Google Maps, is only 40 minutes long.
And yeah, we've been eating a lot of good food, so we need to burn some of it off.
This hike starts on the west side of town. We crossed the bridge over the river, and when that road ended, we turned left on a dirt road and began the uphill climb. There were lots of signs pointing the way towards the Mirador, so you'll know you're on the right track. Ooh, out of breath here. This has been a steep hike without a whole lot of shade. So whenever I find a little patch, take a break, rest, soak it in. The views are incredible. So when we were coming up here, we thought the views would be of the town, but the views you get from Mirador Azul are actually of the river on the opposite side, and you can just see down the valley and the rivers flowing down there and just mountain peaks everywhere. It's beautiful. So you do want to come in the morning for good light. And yeah, it's just stunning. Like you can see snow-capped mountains from here, forest all around. Come on over and tell us how it's going.
It's going incredible. I mean, I have to admit, when we first started the hike, I was like, what's the big fuss about? But as soon as we kind of got away from town and we're overlooking on the other side of the mountain, I was like, this is pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not really a trail that runs through a forest. Like you're walking on a dirt road and there's quite a bit of traffic.
But not at this point though.
No, when you make it to Mirador Azul.
Yeah. You pretty much got it to yourself almost.
Yeah, which is really nice.
It's just one other vehicle, and we haven't seen any other people in about 15 or 20 minutes aside from this small group. So
yeah, and one jogger.
One jogger.
That's it. So that's our little update from the first lookout point. Now we are continuing to Cabeza del Indio. Apparently it's a kilometer away, so onwards we go. We have just paid our admission fee for Cabeza del Indio. It is 70 pesos per person. Apparently there's two lookout points here. You have Cabeza del Indio and Mirador del Valle, where you can see the whole valley and the river. Well guys, we have made it. There you have it, just over my shoulder, La Cabeza del Indio. It looks like someone's profile, like looking like this.
It does.
Can see it there. And you know what? There's another rock on the way up here that also has a similar formation, so we thought like, oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, it was so small. I'm like, to be honest,
we were like, oh.
If that had been it would have been very unimpressive.
Yeah.
But this is most impressive.
So yeah, keep walking till the end of the trail. You'll know you're here when you reach this wooden platform with all these signs. That's how you'll know you've arrived.
Indeed.
Once you've completed the hike to Cabeza del Indio, you'll notice a sign for a trailhead called Mirador del Valle, which translates to Valley Lookout. It's not a very long walk, and you do get some nice views of the whole valley, so it's worth checking out if your legs can still carry you there. Good morning, puppers. Hoping you have a lovely day in the sunshine. The next hike we're going to share with you guys is Cerro Amigo, which means Mount Friend. This is the easiest hike you can do in all of El Bolsón. Once you reach the start of the trailhead, it's only a 2-minute walk to the first lookout where you get views of the town and the Piltriquitrón mountain range. So we reached the entrance. There's actually a little fee involved, but totally cool because you pay once and you can use your ticket all week long. So we paid basically $2 US, and once we're inside this park, we have access to 3 different lookout points. They're all fairly close together, but like looking off in different directions. And she said, the girl at the front, that we should be able to tackle all 3 of them in 40 minutes.
Let's do it.
I think we're fit enough to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to work up an appetite.
We have reached the first lookout point. They told us it would be 2 or 3 minutes, super short walk, and they were right. We are here. We can see the town, El Bolsón, but even more impressive, these mountains behind me. This is just gorgeous. These mountains actually remind me a bit of like Cape Town and Stellenbosch, like the views you get when you're visiting the botanical garden, and also the views you get in Stellenbosch when you're at some of the wineries. Obviously a very different type of vegetation in this part, but there's something about the mountains.
And from here you're really noticing how spread out the town is as well.
Oh yeah. Time for lookout points 2 and 3. This is where the road diverges in the wood. Which one will he take?
We're gonna do both.
Woohoo! A little out of breath for this next one, even though it wasn't that far. But the views are pretty cool. We get to see the whole town. There's a big white cross just here. And then we also have like a wooden platform, the Mirador, the lookout. We're here! Another little tip, even though this is a super easy hike, it's not a bad idea if you want to bring a picnic because they've got little tables and benches around, and it's just a nice little spot to like stop, rest, enjoy the views, eat a little something. We are currently on our way to the 3rd lookout point, and halfway there there's a stop, this big rock where you get these magnificent views of the mountains. So majestic. I love the mountains. This has been such a great introduction to El Bolsón. It's such a beautiful little town, so scenic. Mountains, forest, nature. Like, what else could you ask for? More amazing views to come, I'm sure. This next one is a short drive outside of town, but it takes you to a hidden waterfall, plus it's also next to a small botanical garden. We are on our way to Cascada Escondida, hidden waterfall. You can probably hear it before you can see it. So yeah, it's a nice little trail that winds through the forest. We're heading downhill now, so bit of a climb on the way up, but it's pleasant at this time of day. It's late afternoon, early evening. Beautiful temperatures, a drop down to 20s after some hot days of mid-30s, which is unheard of for this part of Patagonia. The waterfall is located next to Camping La Cascada, which has cool hobbit houses, so if you're looking for a real nature escape and you'd prefer to stay in the outskirts of El Bolsón, this is a really fun option. Puppers, do you want to show us the hobbit houses? Come show us, Puppers.
We're going to check out the hobbits.
Hobbit houses. So, our friend's friend runs a place where you can come and stay in a hobbit house. What? So we have come here to just enjoy the views, have a few mates, eat facturas, but their accommodations are so cool. And we were so excited that they're like, yeah, you can go snoop around. This one's open, this one doesn't have guests. Sam is gonna take us into the hobbit home. It even has a round door. So cool. This is kind of like camping, but in a hobbit home.
I mean, I've never been in a hobbit home, so
I know.
First time. You can just see how it's been integrated into the landscape.
Into the landscape, yeah.
It's basically a hill that's been dug out, and it's just fascinating.
Yeah, we've never been to New Zealand, so this is like our first hobbit experience.
First hobbit experience here in Argentina. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? One of the more popular hikes you can do in El Bolsón is the one to Bosque Tallado, also known as the Sculpted Forest. After a fire destroyed part of the forest, artists were invited to create sculptures out of the burnt-out tree trunks, and this open-air gallery is the result of that. You can take a shuttle partway up the mountain and cover the remainder of the way on foot. Yeah, it's kind of like a little circuit through the forest. You just walk around. All the sculptures are numbered and you can see who the artist was, where he was from, the year of the sculpture. So yeah, it's super, super cool. And all of these sculptures are done on trees that burned down during the fire or fell down or were somehow destroyed. If you're in El Bolsón, you can't miss this place. So we just finished visiting Bosque Tallado. Man, I am out of breath again. This is unbelievable. We are now going to hike up to Refugio Piltriquitrón. It's kind of like a little hut where you can get some snacks. Here it says they have artisanal beer, hot chocolate sandwiches, homemade bread, pizzas, Welsh cake, and a little kiosk where you can get some snacks.
About everything you'd ever want to have in life, right?
How hungry are you?
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too. Food. From the sculpted forest, it's about a 15 to 20 minute hike to the refuge. It is possible to spend the night there, but we were only doing a day hike, so we bought some food from them instead. So guys, we made it. We made it to the Refugio. Refuge? It's like a little hut. You can sleep overnight here. Like a lot of people, like hardcore backpackers, campers, hikers, they come with all their gear, spend the night here, do more hikes. We're just here for food. Yeah, first things first, we just ordered some wonderful meat empanadas. Welsh cake, we got a toasted ham and cheese sandwich. Looks like homemade artisanal bread. Looks wonderful. And one thing I have to mention, all the food you see here, these people have to carry it up the mountain.
They trek it up, hike it up.
It's crazy. First of all, it's like a 40-minute drive to get to the highest point on the mountain that you can reach with a car. Yeah, it's about an hour hike here. It's all on their backs or sometimes with horses when needed. So the fact that we can enjoy a meal here is pretty special.
I so appreciate that.
We hope this video gave you a few ideas of some of the fun and easy day hikes you can do in and around El Bolsón. There really is something for everyone, from easy to reach lookout points to more challenging hikes. But as you can see, you'll be met with natural beauty all around you, no matter which trail you choose. So lace up those hiking boots and get out there. Wishing you happy trails.